Welcome to your Trojan Vision Sports. I'm Josiah. After a much-needed bye week, the Troy football team will be back in action this Saturday against the Raging Cajuns of Louisiana. The Trojans are on a 5-game win streak, and they have done so via strong defense. And on the offensive side of things, the Trojans have been led by a 2-QB system in Jared Deggy and Gunnar Watson. Head coach John Summerall talks about how supportive the two quarterbacks are of each other. Tip-off from Trojan Arena is set to begin at 7 p.m. as the Trojans welcome the Falcons of Montevallo. Now, Emma in Georgia, I'm so excited to see basketball finally get rolling this upcoming Monday. I'm glad that our football team got a much-needed break and rest, and I'm excited to see what they do against the Raging Cajuns.
Yes, I'm excited to see our Trojans back in action.
Members of T-Squad have to have great PR skills, from just regular fan engagement to handing out game day posters to tossing these plastic footballs. There are some benefits to joining the sports enthusiastic squad. The Trojans were dominant in their win today. They were clicking on all sides of the ball from offense and defense. But it wasn't their offense and defense that got them the big win today. It was a key ingredient. That key ingredient was unity. Stephanie East's first love was always broadcast journalism. From an illustrious 17-year career in the field, from 3 years at WTVY and 14 years at the Alabama News Network, she found a second love, and that love was teaching. Kickoff from Lafayette is set for 4 p.m. and the game will be broadcast on ESPN Plus and the Troy Sports Radio Network. The Troy University women's basketball team is under a week away from tip-off. The Trojans will be away for their first series of out-of-conference games, and the team will have some new faces in the front and the backcourt. Here's head coach Shanda Rigby on their excitement for the new season. The women's season will kick off Monday, November 7th in Birmingham for a showdown against the Bulldogs of Sanford. At Troy University, students have a large variety of organizations to choose from. For sports majors, T-Squad just might be the right fit for you.
So T-Squad is a student group mostly made up of undergrad students who have shown an interest in working in sports and the game day side especially. Some people will get to work in the offices as well, kind of on those off days, but the majority of it is going to be that game day staff experience where it's going to be running promotions, tossing out t-shirts, making sure the fans have a great experience that they can then tell their families about when they come home.
T-Squad helps with all sort of athletic events on campus. They help with promotions and setting up the events. Those venues include basketball, baseball, football, and soccer.
Because we also have areas where they can be a PA announcer at games, where it's soccer, basketball, or volleyball. Also, what all they can do is help out with marketing our teams, our football team, our basketball teams, our volleyball team, our soccer team, pretty much all of Troy athletics. We help market with getting fans to come to the game and show their Trojan pride.
I would say for those looking to get into marketing and sport marketing itself, I know that I was in my school's version of T-Squad, and since then I've been able to work my way up. Our T-Squad, those who really show initiative and want to continue to progress, actually work as interns within our office as well. So it's a great first step.
Troy students that are interested in joining T-Squad can contact Stephen Brown through his email at rbrown181103@troy.edu. Josiah Berry, Troy, Trojan Vision News. The first half of the Trojan soccer game against Coastal was a defensive showdown, but it allowed for some newer faces to become acclimated to the fast-paced game.
Yeah, I think in the first half we, came out, we're steady, and we gave a couple of people some opportunity to start in their first game this season.
Coastal's defense would give way in the second half. Leading the Trojan offensive onslaught will be sophomore Jordan Stack, who put the Trojans on the board.
And Jordan Stack, the girl who scored the free kick, and we'll talk to her after, she had her first start on the season, and apparently that gave her some goal-scoring energy because she put one in for us.
I really just think it comes down to us supporting one another. I've been on the field, but also the bench, and I'll say the girls, especially on the bench, are probably the most encouraging people on the field, but also off the field. And I think having them by our side during practices and on games, I think they really just give us, and Kate, she's just an amazing leader, and I think even she scored today, and I couldn't be more proud of her. She deserved this and everything, so I just really think having Kate, but also our sideline are probably the two most encouraging things that keep us going, especially for next week.
The Trojans' next contest will be against the Red Wolves of Arkansas State for their senior night next Friday. Josiah Berry, Troy, Trojan Vision Sports. Troy University's broadcast journalism department has some unique and talented teachers. Stephanie Hicks East is one of those individuals. She has had a love and passion for journalism that started ever since she was a little girl.
Ever since I was a little girl, I loved the news. I would read the newspaper even when I was in second grade. I would watch the news even when I was in second grade. So I always had a passion for the news business. I love keeping up with what's going on. I love telling stories. And so it just was a natural fit for me to get into journalism once I got here to Troy University.
Stephanie spent some time at the professional level with news stations like WTVY and the Alabama News Network. She thanks Troy University for the hands-on training.
And of course, TSU TV was part of it. It's now Trojan Vision, but back when I was here, it was TSU TV. And so we got that real world experience right here in college. So when I was able to graduate, I had my reel ready to go. I was hired right away. Even in my internship, I was hired as a reporter because I had learned everything I needed to know at Trojan Vision. So there was just no doubt I wanted to come to Troy because of the journalism program here. I'll first say that to be able to teach where I went to school and to teach our future journalists here is just such a dream. I'm so blessed every day to walk into this classroom, and the students inspire me, and I'm so lucky to be able to now teach our future journalists.
Stephanie Hicks East is a professor that stands out from the rest and embodies the Trojan way. Josiah Berry, Troy, Trojan Vision News. Troy dominated the Gardner-Webb Bulldogs in the Trojan Invitational at Trojan Arena 3-1 on Friday. Head coach Josh Lauer credits fundamentals in the strong performance.
We felt like we were much more physical than they were, and so our mindset was that to play good, clean, fundamental volleyball, not do anything extra. I thought we did a pretty good job of that in 3 of the 4 sets. We were really carried tonight by our outside hitters, Amaya Butler and Tori Hester.
Tori Hester and Amaya Butler lit up the scoreboard as they both recorded double-digit kills. Amaya had 15 kills and Tori had a staggering 23 kills, which aided in the Trojans' victory.
I mean, really great team effort, but Tori was phenomenal. She's been phenomenal, since we started the season. She is a tremendous competitor. Took really good swings tonight. Is playing all 6 rotations, so she's doing a lot for us right now.
The Trojans' next contest will be against a tougher opponent in Jacksonville at Trojan Arena at 2 p.m.
Yeah, we play Jacksonville University tomorrow at 2 o'clock. They're a little bit more physical than the team we just played. They got good middle play, so we got to get in and make sure we're on our scout.
The game against Jacksonville will be broadcast on ESPN+. Josiah Berry, Troy, Trojan Vision Sports.